By this fall, the Department of Housing and Urban Development will require public housing authorities to charge rents that are competitive with area markets. This means housing authority residents could soon see a significant spike in rent.
I'm a single mother of 3 and I live here at the Housing Authority. I also work at the Housing Authority. I've been here for about 10 years. I started through the Welfare to Work program, Reach Higher, and after I completed that, I went to the REACH program, and then I eventually became hired on full-time doing the Elderly Service Coordinator.
I'm a single mom of 2 kids. I'm working 2 jobs now. I'm working a full-time job and a part-time job. I've come a long way and I'm trying to become a homeowner.
Well, my story is I'm 63 years old. I work full-time at Crow's, but I'm not working now because I'm on medical leave. I have a congestive heart failure right now. I just found this out in February, so it was kind of a struggle to get my bills paid this month. But God's good, and I did okay, and hopefully next month I'll be better.
Negative effects on tenants. As the law is currently written, the monthly increases will range from $86 to $229. Tenants won't be able to continue things for their children, such as internet necessary for completing homework, extracurricular activities they are involved in to keep them out of trouble, or the purchase of school supplies and clothing.
Currently my rent is $348 and it will go up to $499, which is $151 more than what I'm already paying. Like I said, I have a 15-year-old and a 9-year-old, and they're both pretty active. One does marching band, and the little one, she does soccer, softball, basketball. We have the internet for school. And I guess if we had the increase, then I would probably have to cut out the internet. And I guess you could go to the library, but time doesn't always allow for that.
Tenants will likely cancel car insurance and won't be able to pay for maintenance, which could result in them losing their transportation. The elderly will have to choose between medicine and groceries and will likely stop taking life-saving medicines.
Yeah, they have more income, so they don't qualify for the programs. They don't get Medicaid. They can't get the medical transportation. They have less help with their paying for their medications. So, like I said, they won't be able to pay for their medicine. They may have to move out to substandard housing or move in with relatives, and it's just going to affect their quality of life greatly.
I'm paying $337 now, and it's going to go up to $488, and it'll be a difference of $151. And that's at $151 is going to be a big struggle for me because I have bills. I have one medicine that I take, a 3-month supply, that costs me $125.
Many will turn to cash advances in an attempt to make ends meet and end up in a vicious cycle, which gets them further behind in paying their bills. The first loan usually results in an APR of nearly 400% and will increase with each subsequent loan.
I got Check Exec. I'm in debt with them, and I pay them $922, and I take $800 back. I had to get that loan to survive. That's why a lot of people get Check Exec to survive every month. But once I plan on getting out of debt in October, and I will have it paid off.
Single parents may have to move back home with parents or other family because they can't afford to live on their own.
I would probably go back home with my mom. I wouldn't want to, but I'd probably really have no choice. That would probably be the only way that I'd be able to probably save some money and be able to move out. When you move, you have to come up with another deposit, and all the other utility bills. You have to have a deposit for utilities and a deposit for gas. So I'd probably have to go back home for a couple of months. I mean, not the rest of my life, but...
Negative effects on PHAs. Vacancy rates could possibly double. When units become vacant, turnover will cost $900 or more plus legal fees, which could be anywhere from $50 to $300 in addition per unit, and the loss of rental income for 30 to 60 days. Those that move out will likely return in a year or so when they can't sustain on their own. When they return, they will likely be minimum renters because they have little or no income after experiencing a job loss or other reductions in income. The negative effects on the communities. The increase is a disincentive for families to work. Other landlords in Section 8 programs may increase their rents when they realize PHA rents have increased. There will be an increase in the use of other benefit programs such as SNAP, TANF, and Medicaid, Medicare of those who lose their job or quit because they can't afford the higher rent amount. We recommend a 5-year phase-in period for new and existing tenants.
Why? I would like to know why you're gonna have such an increase all at one time of such a substantial amount.
Because we can't afford it. We're already poor, so they're just pushing us down to become even poorer. So, and we're doing the best. I'm doing the best that I can, for my kids.
An option to do our own rent reasonableness study, which would be reviewed every 5 years versus using 80% of FMR. And an increase in minimum rent from $50 to at least $75. Positive effects of our recommendations. Spreading the increase over a 5-year period will make the increases manageable and will allow PHAs to keep more tenants who are currently paying reasonable rent. Local reasonable rent studies will assure that rents reflect what is truly reasonable for the area the housing authority is in, and will take into account the lack of amenities such as dishwashers, garbage disposals, washer-dryer hookups, swimming pools, etc. Increasing the minimum rent will mean less is being paid to tenants in the form of a utility allowance, therefore increasing the revenue for each PHA.
I would say repeal this decision. Don't do it. I mean, it's not gonna help you really, because the welfare is gonna go up. People are gonna quit. They're gonna have to put out more assistance, so it's not gonna be effective, I don't think.
Everybody has struggles, but you want to be able to, save some for hard times. But with the rent going up, it's not going to be possible. It's not fair. Not such a substantial amount at one time. No, it's not.
It's not fair for your hard-working people to be put through the punish. It feels like we're being punished, and the people that's not working is getting just to live free and everything else.
You heard those saying, walk a mile in somebody else's shoes? Come walk a mile in my shoes and see what we go through, what we have to do to survive. Why such a drastic raise at one time?
What would your family do if your mortgage company or landlord sent you a letter and said your monthly payment is being increased by 35%? How would that affect your family?